Today we're talking about file organization. Hey, I'm Vanessa, and if you're new to my channel, one of the things I'd like to talk about is book cover photography. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about how I organize my files to keep track of submissions and different shoots and all of that stuff. This is by no means the only way to do it, but I do believe that if you plan on taking photos for book covers for many years, it's a really good idea to have some kind of plan established just in case you get asked to go back and find some similars from a particular shoot or anything like that, or if you have to go find your model release, etc. You need to be able to get there. File organization is actually boring, but really important. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified the next time I upload a video. So let's just get right into this. I'm gonna pull up my files and show you how I do it. In my pictures folder, I like to have another folder that I titled stock. And in here, I have Archangel submissions. And then I just made another folder as an example, other stock sites. So say you are working with multiple stock sites, I would separate these into separate folders. A lot of the times you're doing rights managed and you would want to keep track of what is going where. If you're not doing rights managed and everything that you submit everywhere is royalty free, which means that you are allowed to do that, then maybe this isn't so important. But I just find when I upload my book covers, I upload under rights managed, which means that only the images that I'm sending to Archangel can go to Archangel. I can't send them off to some other stock site. So keeping that separate is just like step number one. Now, once I click on, say, my Archangel, I have different files within here. So I've separated my illustrations just because they take a lot longer to create. And so I don't necessarily want to upload them one by one. I'll usually wait until I have 3, 4, 5, and then I will submit them. So it's a little bit different than like when I go do a shoot, I just do one shoot and I'll have a whole bunch of images from that single shoot. So I just keep that separate just for my own purposes. If you are not submitting illustrations, just don't even worry about that. And then what I like to do is I like to have 2 folders, one to submit and one that's already been uploaded. So in my to submit file, I'll have, this is just random stuff that I haven't cleared out, but typically I will do a shoot and I will put it here. And this is where I will come and then I will want to edit it and go through and pick which ones I want to submit and all of that stuff. Once I have edited the images that I want to submit, and then I go to the uploader tool, I upload the ones that I've edited, and then once I've done that, just so I don't get confused, once they're on the site, they have been submitted for submission, whether rejected, not, I don't even know yet, I will move that file to the uploaded folder. In the uploaded folder, I have also separated all of my files into years. In my uploaded folder, I have separated all of my years, starting from 2013 when I started. Now I have a folder for 2021. And this is where I put the shoots from the year into each folder. And once they are sorted into their appropriate year, I have titled the photo shoots by whatever theme is going on. You don't have to do this if you remember better by date or whatever, go ahead and do that. But I like to remember things kind of by what the theme of the shoot is about. And so it makes sense for me to name the folders individually like that. Inside the folders, I will have the images along with the ones that I've selected and I've named. And the way that I name my images is I will pick, again, something about the shoot. It could be exactly the same name as the folder, yellow jacket, or it could just be yellow, which I've done here. And then I add the year. and then I add a number. And the reason why this is really, really important is because your images that you're uploading to the stock site, I don't know if this is an issue with all of them, but it has been an issue that I have come across with Archangel, is that they need to have completely unique file names. Once the images are accepted, Archangel does give them a completely different identification number or file name. And you never actually really see, yellow 2029 on your images on the site. But there's something that happens within the uploading that if I were to upload another image, let's pretend this one's accepted, this image here, yellow 2029, and next year I take a photo and I name it yellow 2029 and I upload it. For some reason, and this has happened to me before because I was just having like random numbers that my camera was just assigning images, and either it clicked over or maybe it was when I got my new camera, I'm not sure. But essentially what happened is the file replaced the original file. So if I uploaded another image titled yellow 2029, it would automatically, for some reason, replace this image in my gallery, which is not good. Like, you want to have the potential of having both in your gallery. And so you have to make sure that you have a unique file name that you're not going to accidentally replicate. As you can see here, I have only 15 images that I have edited, but I have other ones that I just didn't, and I kept them here all in the same place because it's not completely uncommon for them to reach out and say, hey, a publisher is interested in this image, but they want something a little bit different. What else do you have? And so this way I can come back to this shoot and see what else I have that I possibly didn't edit and take a look and be able to find it easily. If I had my original files somewhere else, that would be a huge hassle to try and track down again. So I highly recommend that you keep your edits and your originals in the same place so that you can find them when you need them. Now, I don't have this here because, I'm not a very good role model, but I would also recommend that you include your model release form from that shoot within your images here as well. And the reason why I can kind of get away with this is because, well, this is my daughter, or I shoot pictures of myself, and if I ever need a release form, I can always just sign a new one. It's not a big deal. However, if this is a model that maybe you're not in close touch with and you need to have that release form, and potentially it would be a hassle to get a new one, make sure you don't lose those and keep that with your original shoot. So that's it. That's how I organize my files. If you have a different system that really works for you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'm always curious how other people manage their workflow, and maybe something that you do might work a little bit better for another viewer, and you might help somebody else out as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more book cover photography videos, I will have my playlist linked on the end screen. And as usual, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I'll either answer them directly or maybe even possibly make a whole video about it.